So I'm responding today to the people in my comments that constantly say you can't get rich mowing lawns, you can't get rich building a service-based business. My name is Mike Andes. I'm the founder of Augusta Lawn Care. We have over 85 locations around North America, and today I'm talking to you about the most underrated way to become a millionaire in America and really any country in the world. And that is gonna be in a 4-step process. The first step is it's gonna be in a service business. Okay, this is not going to be high tech. This is not going to be some flashy something. It's going to be service businesses. Now, service businesses can come in all shapes and sizes. It's really, at the end of the day, I'm doing a service for usually a homeowner. And these are going to be like low barrier to entry. They don't cost a lot to get started. Things like painting, cleaning, lawn care, gutter cleanouts. Like there's so many things that you can do inside someone's house. It doesn't take a lot of money to get started, and it's just a service business. You say, well, there's much better ways to become a millionaire. You gotta build an app and you gotta build a website. No, most millionaires in America, from a percentage standpoint, built a service-based business. Now, they're not gonna get a TV show about them or be in the front of Forbes magazine or Fast Company or Entrepreneur magazine. No, that's not happening. But the highest probability and most underrated way is to build a service business. Now, let's just be clear too. Another characteristic about the most underrated way to become a millionaire is the fact that it's not new. Okay, everyone's looking for new, better, best, innovation. We have technology. This is the world of technology. We got to scale infinitely. That is great, and there are absolutely unicorns and great billion-dollar businesses that can build those type of applications and web softwares and social networks and all the rest of it. But guess what? Most millionaires and the highest probability of becoming a millionaire is something that's not new. You're simply taking a normal business, a normal industry, and producing it and giving it to a customer. Because the reason most businesses are unsuccessful is because there's no product market fit. There is no market and customer, there's no demand for the product that's created. And the thing about new technology, new service, new product. The problem with that is you do not know if the customer is even going to be willing to buy, and you have absolutely no data, if it's new, as to whether or not they're going to actually purchase from you in the long term. So therefore, I would much rather depend on someone who's building a service business that is building something that's not new. It's been done 100 times before, and there's plenty of people to look at and say, they've done it before. The reason people don't do this is that it's not flashy, it's not fun, it's not exciting, they don't get articles written about them. But the most surefire, underrated way to become a millionaire is build something that's not new, that everyone needs, that it's tried and true for decades that people need that service. People need their septic tanks cleaned out. People need their house painted. People need their chimney swept. These are things that have to be done. Janitorial services have to be done. The lawn must be cut. These are things that have to be done, and it's not new. And you can have decades worth of successful businesses to look back at and see what they've done in that specific industry. All right, the next thing. This is also something that's very important. And it is, at the end of the day, all you're doing in most of these businesses is you are selling labor. All you're doing is try to create a system to efficiently produce a service or product for a customer in exchange for money at a price that they cannot achieve if they were to do it on their own. What that means is, I'm going to take a $20 per hour employee and I'm going to sell that to the customer at, let's just say, $80. Okay? So what you've done is you've created, this is the value to the customer. Because you got the employee, you got the trucks, the equipment, you got all the infrastructure, the admin to actually produce this product. And so because of that, you are rewarded with a $60 markup on that labor. That labor of the employee went from $20, and because of your optimization of systems, and you had equipment, and you had all of these assets that you've now pumped into the business, you turn that $20 per hour labor into $80 of value to the customer. That is the arbitrage that you create. You create an arbitrage of labor by having a system and having assets and equipment and tools that allow you to sell labor at a higher rate than they could go just find an employee, because they don't have the time to go find the employees, get the equipment, get the trucks. So what do? You provide those things, and all you're doing is you're basically selling, you're upselling, you are increasing the price of labor owner by having all of those assets in place. The same way that someone would go on to Alibaba or go to Walmart, buy a bunch of stuff and then sell it on Amazon for a higher price, that's called retail arbitrage. Take something that's sold for a lower price and usually in bulk quantities, and then sell it to people for a higher price. Retail arbitrage. What you're doing here when you're selling labor is you're doing labor arbitrage. You're taking bulk, you're taking someone that's full-time, you're taking a bunch of employees' labor, and you're trying to sell that, you're piecing that out to customers at a higher rate. That is what I call labor arbitrage. The fourth thing that you want to keep in mind if you're wanting to create $1 million business is selling to baby boomers, okay? Baby boomers right now are between the ages of about 55 and 65, right in that age where the baby boomers are aging. They're getting to the point where they cannot paint their house, mow their lawn, clean out the chimney, do their floors, pick up the floor and get new carpet. All of these things, cleaning their windows. These are the businesses that can absolutely take advantage of the fact that these baby boomers are not just getting to the point where they want to have someone do these services, but they actually have to physically because it's actually dangerous for them to get on a ladder. It's dangerous for them to be operating a piece of equipment, and they will need people to actually perform these services for them. And by the way, the wealth of our country is held in the hands of these baby boomers. These are the people that own the massive majority of real estate, stocks, the wealth, the net worth of our country is locked up in these baby boomers. They have the real estate that need these services done on them, the painting, the mowing, the cleaning. All of these things have to be done to these baby boomers and the assets that they've collected over the course of time. They hold the money, and they are also the ones that are willing to pay a premium price for a premium service. So instead of just being the guy who paints every single house, they're willing to pay a 20, 30% premium to get the person that paints the house, that's insured, bonded, has a great brand, a great website, answers the phone when they actually call them and responds quickly, gets a quote to them exactly, has a bunch of references, a bunch of online reviews, great website. All of that, they are willing to pay for a premium price in exchange for a premium product. Why? Because they don't have the time to go get 5, 6 estimates from a bunch of random people. They just want one solid provider, and they're going to be loyal to that person, and they're willing to pay a premium price. That allows you to have better margins in this business if you create the type of business that's actually going to market and is going to appeal to these baby boomers that are willing to pay a premium price. And furthermore, they're going to value your labor arbitrage even greater because the one thing they know is limited in their life is time. They know they only have 5, 10, 15 years left of life, and they have plenty of money. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to trade money for time. How do they do that? They make sure that they're not the ones cleaning the windows and mowing the lawns and installing the mulch and trimming the bushes and cleaning their floors. And that is why these businesses are such a great opportunity. So for all the people out there that say you can't become rich cleaning out septic tanks, trimming bushes, cutting down trees, and doing manual, hard physical labor are absolutely wrong. Whether you are a business owner or you're an employee and you're just getting started and you want to get your foot in the door, go learn a service-based business. Go to a business in your area and just work as an employee. Maybe you spend 2, 3, 4, 5 years working as an entry-level employee in one of these service-based businesses, but your ultimate goal is to get the skills required to actually be able to do these things. That is, sell. How do I sell? Learn how to sell. Learn of the ability to be able to sell these baby boomers. Understand the psychology of selling. Next, how do I actually create this arbitrage where I create value enough to make a profit? How do I create brand and a website and have great marketing to be able to make this arbitrage correct? Once you've learned that industry and you're not new to it and you understand it, it's not rocket science to you, then you can literally choose that service business and build $1 million company. It's absolutely possible, it's underrated, and absolutely is gonna have a higher percentage of success compared to creating the next big thing, the next app, the next website. Start with this, create a financial pillar, and if you want to go do other things afterwards, if you want to go and create something and scratch that entrepreneurial itch someplace else, that's fine. But this is a great way to start your business, spend the next 10, 15 years building a service-based business that pumps out a bunch of cash, and then you can go do something else if you want. Click this video here if you'd like to watch a video about where I talk about going from $10 per hour mowing lawns, doing exactly what we talked about here, to now making $10,000 per day as I've built a successful service-based business. Check it out here. Oh.